My fellow Alabamians, it is important to announce and be sure that all of our people understand now is the time to take necessary precautions during today's disruptive weather. Joining me today are Alabama EMA Executive Operations Officer Jeff Smitherman and the State Meteorologist Jim Stefkovich, and they will both provide an update momentarily. We've already endured some severe weather already in the state, but Jim tells me that the stronger storms could come from now into the night and early Tuesday morning. It's impossible for us to know exactly where and how this storm will land, but it's all important that our systems are all prepared to go, and so we'll be prepared for the impact on our state. While most of our state is under a slight or enhanced risk of severe storms, the northern part of our state is under a moderate risk, and that means the chance for high and strong winds, for tornadoes, very large hail, and damaging winds across parts of the Tennessee Valley and all the way down to the Birmingham area. I want to make this very clear. We are not taking this situation lightly. On the state level, we are working closely with our local partners so that we are all ready to respond if needed. So now is the time to start making your plans to leave or where you plan to get in your safe location. Some of us could see 70 miles per hour or higher winds, baseball-sized hail, and even a tornado. My team and I have been monitoring this system throughout the day. Some businesses and school systems heeded these warnings, and they've closed early. The exact locations of where these storms will form are unpredictable, and that is why it is paramount that we prepare ahead of time. Alabama EMA and local county EMAs are working closely to ensure resources are in place should they be needed. We do not anticipate a widespread event, but those who do experience storms will most likely experience even strong and more severe storms. All Alabamians, but especially those in the northern half of the state, must make sure they and their families are well prepared and heed any other directions that come from state or local officials. Prepare, pay attention, and listen to local officials. This is my advice to all Alabamians this evening. Folks, as we head into the spring season and warmer weather approaches, we will most likely endure many possible extreme weather events. This situation will not be the last time we face severe weather this year. And we cannot say for sure what will happen tonight, but it's also very hard to say where the storms likely will develop. But I am proud to say that we are ready to support the people of Alabama and to respond should the need arise. So to my fellow Alabamians, please make sure that you are prepared, that you have a plan in place if the storm does come near you, and that you are taking this serious threat seriously. May God continue to bless you and all the people of Alabama. I'll now turn it over to State Meteorologist Jim Stefkovich for his comments.
Thank you, Governor. So to tell you what's going on right now, there's what's called a PDS, a particularly dangerous situation tornado watch in effect for the northern half of the state. And what that means is not only will we likely experience very large hails, the governor mentioned, up to the size of baseball, and 70-mile-an-hour straight-line winds, but the potential for strong to violent long-track tornadoes is also a real possibility. The highest threat of severe weather over the northern half of the state will start decreasing in intensity somewhat as it moves further south during the evening hours, but still there is a risk of severe weather all the way as far south as Greenville and Dothan, and for areas eastward well into the overnight hours. So that tornado watch, which currently runs till 11 p.m. tonight, may be extended both in time and further southward. As the governor mentioned, a number of storms are developing over right now in eastern Mississippi, and they will be moving into northwest Alabama between 4 and 6 p.m., reaching the I-20-59 corridor between 7 and 10 p.m., and exit eastern Alabama south of I-85 and east of I-65 sometime around midnight to 2 a.m. You know, I'm often asked with every tornado event, how does this compare to April 27, 2011? And what I tell everyone is that one storm, one tornado, if it hits your house, that's your April 27th. So now's the time to be prepared, as the governor mentioned, and then we're going to get through this together. With that, I'll turn it over to Jeff Smitherman, the Executive Operations Officer with the Alabama Emergency Management Agency.
Thanks, Jim. Good afternoon. I am Jeff Smitherman, the Executive Operations Officer for the Alabama Emergency Management Agency. And I'd like to say that on behalf of the governor, we have increased the activation level of our state emergency operations center to level 3, which means we've increased the staffing and extended the hours for the staffing of the Emergency Management Agency to cover during the serious threat times that this hazardous weather imposes on us. We'll prepare for any actions that, any impacts that may be felt by the counties. We'll work closely with those counties using our division staff to work with the counties, the local jurisdiction, and the state partners in those divisions. We can never stress enough that how serious everybody needs to take the threat of severe weather as we enter into the severe weather season for the state of Alabama. As Jim indicated, this storm has the potential to produce tornadoes, large hail, and isolated damaging wind, and everyone really needs to take that serious and go ahead and at this time implement your safety plan, whatever that may be for your particular situation. It's time now to go ahead and make your preparations and implement your safety plan. I want to commend particularly the school superintendents that take the proactive measure working with the local meteorologist projections and forecasts for their areas and adjusting their school schedules so that we took the children's safety at heart and got them in where they could implement their safety plan with their parents. As you all aware, again, March is the first month of this, so expect more to come for this season. This is just the beginning, and it is the first one, so everyone needs to really focus on this one and develop your plan and implement it. Throughout the weather event following this press release, you can get additional information off our website at ema.alabama.gov or follow us on Twitter at AlabamaEMA. At this time, this concludes the press release. Thank you.